Did you just get a new phone, or you're still holding on to that old but gold device? Or you're just planning to upgrade but don't know how to keep the device in good shape for a long time once you have it? Well then, this video is for you, because no matter the price of a smartphone, it is still a pretty big investment. This is because smartphones have become the most important gadget over the past decade. We depend on our smartphones to stay connected, informed, up to date, and even for entertainment. But we sometimes do things unknowingly that damages our smartphones slowly and will later end up being totally destroyed. Let's look at 5 ways we are destroying our smartphones and how we can get it back in good shape. Point number 1. Don't charge your device overnight. Almost everyone is guilty of doing this to their devices. I mean, it makes sense because you are mostly using your phone during the day. The only time you become idle with your phone is at night time, which means it's time for the phone to also recharge. You'd hope that by the time you wake up, it would be at full capacity, then you can use it through the day. Makes perfect sense. But keeping your device on charge after it hits 100% will do 2 things to your phone. 1, it will heat up the battery, especially lithium-ion batteries, which will increase the temperature of the device and will lead to damaging the efficacy of the battery. According to Cadex's Battery University, the more a phone is kept on charge after 100%, the more the batteries will heat up and potentially damage the phone's ability to carry or hold a charge, which means the battery will be less efficient over time. So to preserve your battery, it is advisable to charge it right after you return home from your normal duties or right when you wake up from bed. That way you can monitor the progress of the charging and always unplug when it's at full capacity. Point number 2. Don't leave your device on always. Just like people need a break to rest, devices also need to be switched off occasionally. If your smartphone is always running, the expectancy of the device components is likely to reduce, which means if the device is expected to last 5 years under normal usage, the expectancy may reduce to 4 years or even less when you use it non-stop. Regular shutting down of smartphones not only preserves the capacity of the device components, but also clears caches and runs smoothly after rebooting device. Also, subsystems are properly restarted and certain diagnostics are run only after reboot, which will make the device quickly detect some issues, if any, and suggest possible ways to solve them. Since our smartphones work all the time, it will be extremely important to shut it down for 30 minutes each day or once every 2 days for it to run better and stay active for long. Point number 3. Don't use cheap cables to charge your device. The most common way you can destroy your smartphone is using cheap or knockoff cables to charge your device. This is the most underrated yet most dangerous way you can treat your device. Most of these cables aren't produced with high quality and as such are relatively cheaper in the market. And in an attempt to save a few coins, most customers purchase these and use them on their devices. This will expose the device to damage in the long run. Because the wires in the cables are not of high quality, they can break and power will be cut from the source to the phone, and it would mean you would have to spend again on another charger, whether a cheaper one or a trusted one. It could also lead to depleting battery capacity over time and electrocution, and in some rare instances cause fires. Why don't you safeguard your investment by buying from trusted manufacturers that brand their charging cables? Once you have these trusted cables, be sure not to wrap it around so tightly to keep all the wires still intact and preserve your mobile device. Point number 4. Don't ignore software updates. You are probably no stranger to those little pop-up windows that tell you software updates are available for your device. You might be tempted to click on that remind me later button. Don't do it. Embedded in every software update is bug fixes, stronger security, faster and smoother operations of the device, and improved interface of the OS. This means software updates on a device has 3 main goals, and that is to make the smartphone usage safer, simpler and faster. Most smartphone users ignore software updates mainly because they think it's not worth it, and they expose their device to malware attacks and possibly hackers. Software updates includes software patches that cover security holes to keep the hackers out and preserve your data. Rather than clicking on that remind me later button, choose update now to safeguard your device. Point number 5. Don't expose device to extreme conditions. Smartphones do not respond very well to super harsh conditions like extreme heat or coldness. Leaving your smartphone in a car facing direct sun rays or even putting it in your tight jeans pocket for an extended period of time will only generate more heat onto the device. When this happens, the device will notify you about the drastic increase or decrease in temperature and automatically shuts down. Some devices shut down and never switch on again. Others perform below the average performance. In some extreme cases, like the Samsung Note 7, the batteries would explode if the device heated up to a point it couldn't handle. Always keep your phone in between the extremes, that is, not too hot or not too cold. Point number 6. Don't use your smartphone unprotected. Everyone needs to use protection. Well, not the one you are thinking, but safety matters. It's better to be safe than sorry. That's why safeguarding your device with a trusted case and a screen protector is important. More than 75% of us have glass both front and back of our smartphones. Now, when these are damaged, they are going to cost a lot of money, but putting a case and a protector will save both your phone and your pockets from being damaged. As we most often drop our phones, the case and the protector will take most of the impact, leaving the device neat and unscathed. Using protection on our devices is the most obvious way of saving the device from being damaged. There you have it, 6 tips to preserve your precious iPhone 45 and Samsung S78 Ultra. Please subscribe and like the video if you like our content, and check out these other videos too to discover a fun fact you probably didn't know. Catch you later. Peace.